Hey everybody, Brad Hunter here. I just want to make sure that everybody is fully up to speed on what's really happening with single family rent trends. Most of the articles out there talk about how rent has gradually slowed down in its growth from double digits to 8% to 6%. And it's different from that. You have to look at the data month over month. Most of the articles are talking about year over year change. Now, year over year is great if you're trying to eliminate seasonality, but it's terrible if you're trying to call a turn in the market or see an inflection point. And that's what I want to talk to you about here. I'm going to look at data from CoreLogic, and it's going to show data month over month. And what you're going to see is a different trend than what you're used to seeing portrayed. This is the CoreLogic Single Family Rent Index. What I like so much about this index is that it takes the same unit at two different points in time. So it eliminates any problems that you have with averages and medians that really throw you off because of mix change, right? This avoids problems with the mix of how many large units, how many with big yards, how many with recent renovations and all of that. So this really gives you a good picture, but you have to look at it month over month to see what's been happening lately. So let me take a look on the graph and show you, this is the first inflection point downward. Now, a lot of the articles don't talk about this, but the market actually saw a distinct peak in rents in August of 2022. We saw rents declining each month thereafter. And I've been talking about this in a number of my videos and articles since then. What we saw happen then is another inflection point. And what we saw happen there is that rents flattened out. So as of March of 2023, February and March, we're seeing things starting to firm up. There are signs that demand is starting to get its legs again. What happened back in last fall was that people were getting nervous about all the recession headlines. And now they're starting to look around and go, well, I've still got my job, the economy seems fine. And they're starting to go about their business and go ahead and form households again. Household formation rates are an important part of this story, by the way. Household formation rates were reported by the Harvard Joint Center and the Census Bureau and many other outlets as being up dramatically from what had been thought. Well over 2 million households being formed per year in the country. That's a very strong level of demand, even in the face of all this worry about the economy. So I think that once the economy worries start to taper off, we might still get a recession, but we will start to eventually see the economy turn back up again. And that rapid rate of household formation, especially among millennials, is going to come roaring back. And by the way, income growth among renters and millennials is stronger than that than the population as a whole, because they're starting to advance in their careers quite dramatically now. They're growing their incomes and they're able to pay these rent increases that we are seeing or that we're going to see. And that's a big part of our forecast. So looking at this forecast, I think we're going to see a pretty strong summer. We're already seeing the data quite early for this time of year to start coming back up. It's normal to see pretty strong rent growth happen in the summer season. I think we're going to see that again this year. And then we'll probably see a little bit of a dip down again in the winter and then back up again. And I think we're going to continue to see that seasonal but gradually upward moving pattern in single family rents going forward. That's the way I see it. Let me know if you have any further thoughts or questions about that, and we'll continue to monitor this for you. Stay tuned. Bye.